Two requirements for probability distribution really work out to be common sense. The first requirement says the sum of the probabilities must equal 1. Remember, we're still dealing with probability, even if we're doing it in a table or graphically, the distribution has to add up to 1. The probability, this is number 2, in each event in the sample space must be between or equal to 0 and 1. Remember, we can't have a probability less than 0, and we can't have a probability greater than 1. And this is when it's in decimal form. Obviously, if we're talking about percentages, it'd be 0 to 100%. So, two requirements. The probabilities have to add up to 1, and all the probabilities within the distribution have to fall between or equal to 0 and 1. This example asks us to decide whether each distribution is a probability distribution. So let's just focus on part A right here. Okay. First of all, let's look at the probabilities. Are they all between 0 and 1? Yes. What about if you added them up? Well, 1/5 plus 1/5 plus 1/5, if you added all these up, that would actually equal 5/5, which we know is 1. So yes, this is a probability distribution. It meets both of our requirements. All the probabilities are between 0 and 1 or equal to 0 and 1, and they all add up to 1. B, probability distribution. Well, let's look at the probabilities. And right off the bat, I see two problems. It's not a probability distribution, okay, because we can't have a -1 and we can't have something greater than 1. We don't have to check to see if it adds to anything else. Part C, probability distribution. Well, if I look at all the individual probabilities, they all are between 0 and 1. If I were to add them all up, so that's like saying 4/16, and that's like saying, times 2, 2/16. 4 plus 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7, plus 9 is 16. So yeah, that works out to 16/16 or 1. So yes, this is a probability distribution. And part D, all the probabilities fall between 0 and 1. If I were to add them up, 0.5 plus 0.3 is 0.8, plus 0.4 is 1.2. Therefore, no. And the reason, again, is because our probabilities must add to 1. So to figure out if something's probability distribution, it just has to follow these two simple requirements. They have to add to give you 1, and all the probabilities must be between or equal to 0 and 1.